The recording. So who all have gone through guilt in life, and who all have felt stuck with guilt in life? Yes, very good. Now, what is guilt? Guilt is reviewing your past with your updated intelligence. So can anyone share one incident which is, it's in recording, so don't share too personal. Any one normal incident where you felt last guilt instantly, like previously. Who would like to share?
Can you say that? And you just said no about
Guilt, I'm
re-
telling. I will repeat. Tell me one incident of guilt where you felt guilty. Anyone
like
else? Yes.
I to blame my parents
Hmm.
this thing. But today, when I am a parent and when I see my child this thing
Hmm.
and when helpless, so
Hmm.
then I feel that all this while I was blaming my parents
Hmm.
this thing, but they did the best. What today I realize that, but
Hmm.
over these like while I
Hmm.
and all that.
Correct.
Uh,
Very good. Perfect example. I love your examples. You give such a good example. It becomes so easy to explain now for me. So, exactly. So now you are feeling guilty. Why I blame my parents? Because now you are understanding what they might have gone through. And you are feeling guilty. I shouldn't have blamed my parents. This is so bad. This is so mean, right? So guilt is exactly now your intelligence when you was a child, and now your intelligence when you are, a mother. Your intelligence is updated or not?
yes,
Your wisdom is upgraded or not?
yes.
So guilt is when your intelligence is upgraded. Rajeshwari, you are listening. Guilt is
Yes.
when your intelligence is upgraded. Now you are in class 3 and you are scolding class 1 Ranji. When you was in class 1, you was just a child. You did not know what is motherhood and all. So you blamed your parents. So that is class 1 Ranji. Now you are upgraded to class 3 or 4. And now what you are doing, what is guilt? When you are in class 4, you are scolding someone at class 1, not someone, yourself only. That why you did not know class 3 answers at that point of time. And you are judging.
That's such a simple way to explain it, no? But
Thank you. Thank you so much.
it takes so long to understand.
Now you all understood what is guilt.
Yes.
Is it fair to scold our class 1 kid? Why you don't know? So what is guilt? What is definition of guilt? Reviewing, judging the past with updated intelligence. Bhavna, what is the definition of guilt?
Guilt is basically getting angry at ourselves for
Hmm.
doing something that we know we shouldn't be doing.
Hmm.
But you know, and but we need to understand the underlying reasons why we're doing what we're doing.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's what guilt is. If we getting angry on ourselves, yeah, I know I shouldn't be doing. Like, if I have to give you my example, so
Hmm.
I always feel guilty when I eat sweets,
Hmm.
and I know I shouldn't be doing this. But my willpower at that time is zero, right?
Hmm.
Uh, so that's where the lot of guilt comes from. That's my biggest guilt. That's where
Hmm.
I really feel guilty and I feel angry at myself. So guilt is basically, getting angry at yourself for doing something that you know shouldn't be doing.
Hmm.
But despite knowing that you shouldn't be doing this, you still do it. So yeah,
Yes.
I think that is guilt for me.
Great. Perfect. Thank you so much, Bhavna sir. So what is your new definition for guilt? Your past decisions were made with a level of understanding you had at that point of time. In NLP, people say, not people, NLP, neuro linguistic programming says a person does gives their best, gives their 100% at any moment of time. So when he was a child, when Ranji was a child, she gave her best. When she was blaming her parents, she gave her best at that point of time. And now also she is giving her best. After 10 years, she may feel guilty. I should have done this for my daughter. I could have done that for her daughter. But she will be wiser, more wiser after 10 years. And if she will judge after 10 years to now, will it be fine? No.
It's unfair. No, it's unfair. It's
Yes,
completely unfair.
exactly. So guilt is we are reviewing our past with updated wisdom, with updated intelligence. So as per intelligence at that moment of time, we are giving our best always. And others also, when we feel others are not fair to us, they are doing their best as per their intelligence. Okay, great. So now with more wisdom and awareness, you are judging those decisions which you have made in past. But that's unfair because you did not have the updated intelligence back then. It's like, Android have updated OS now, and Android is getting angry on previous version of their OS.
I love the example. Love the example. Yeah, right.
And why your speed was not so high? Rajeshwari,
Yeah,
are you there? Listening to the example. Updated OS of Android is scolding a previous
Version.
version, yes, of OS and saying, what the hell? What the hell were you doing? Why your speed was not fast? Why you was not intelligent enough to install such apps? Why your productivity was not high? Why your performance was not high? Why your functionality was not high? But the version 1 OS will do that much only. No, version 2 OS will do that much only. Version 3. So previous computers were very slow. Now computers are very fast. But can they scold them?
No,
So can you scold your previous version? Ranji, can you scold your previous version?
I should not.
Rajeshwari, can you scold your previous version?
no, I should not.
Bhavna, can you scold your previous version?
So the thing is that I don't know how do I relate it to what my struggle with guilt is. Uh, but I don't know if this is something that we can discuss here or we can
Okay, we'll
discuss.
discuss later. I need to cover it
Yeah,
also.
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
getting late. Okay, no worries. We'll
Sure.
discuss. Okay, so holding on to
But
guilt is.
somehow I agree with you. I completely agree with you. In what maybe not, it doesn't relate to
Hmm.
me, but yeah, I completely agree that where we are today. And 6 months ago we took a decision, and at that time, whatever knowledge we had, whatever understanding we had, basis that we took the decision, right? And we
Hmm.
did, and but 6 months later, life happened, experiences happened, you met people, you learned something, you grew something, grew up. And today you can't blame yourself because that time you took the decision as per your understanding back then. Today you are a different person, you know better. As you said, you have upgraded yourself, and you're more you are more aware. So for
Hmm.
you, that's not the best way of
Yes,
looking at
correct. We
yourself
are
and your decision.
we are more
Uh,
wiser. Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And with every passing day, whether we realize this or not, but with every passing day, we are becoming wiser. Maybe 1%
Yes.
wiser, half a percent wiser, but we are becoming wiser, right?
Perfect.
It's not visible. It's not
It's
visible.
not visible.
It's not because it's very small. It's a
Hmm.
small tree. Visible. It's not visible. So we are like, but if you're aware, you will realize, yeah,
Hmm.
the like so Khushbu of 2015 and Khushbu of 2025, or say okay, Khushbu of 2024 and Khushbu of 2025 is going to be very different. She won't be the same
Yes,
person. Like
exactly.
5%, 10% hoga. I'm not saying 100%,
Hmm.
5%, 10% going to be
Yes.
different. So
So,
yeah, that's
yes, great. So, Buddha, when he was dying, thank you so much, Bhavna, for sharing. That is really bulb on for me as well. So, Buddha, when he was dying, what happened? When he told now, okay, I'm going to leave my body, and all the disciples were telling him, okay, just give one lesson to us, give one message to us. What? just before going and before dying. So you know what Buddha said before dying, just before not dying, I would say leaving his body. He said, your past mistakes are be your own light, basically, he said. Be your own light. So instead of being weighed down by guilt, guide yourself with awareness. Be your own light. So we want to move from guilt to grace. And how do we do that? From feeling guilty, scolding us unknowingly, unconsciously, I want you to move to awareness. Bring it to consciousness and deal with it. Awareness. So your past mistakes are not meant to shame you. Your past mistakes are meant to teach you. So whenever you go through any such situations, you need to ask what it is trying to teach me. What did I learn? Mistakes are teachers. Mistakes are teachers. You can write it down. Mistakes are teachers. And until you don't learn from that mistake, you will keep repeating that mistake, because whenever you will feel guilty, there's a high chance that you will make that mistake again, because you are not dealing with the mistake, you are not learning, you are engrossed and seduced by the emotion called guilt, and you are lost. So when your emotions go high, your logic goes slow. So when your emotion of feeling guilt is high, your logic is low. You can't analyze why you did that mistake. You can't learn from it. That shift can't happen. And what will happen? The outcome? Guilt. You will do that mistake again because you have not learned it. So you are stuck in that loop of guilt. Guilt cycle, guilt loop. So what do we do to come out of it? Whenever you do mistake, when your emotion go high, logic goes low. So we want our logic to go high and emotion to go low. For that, what we need to do? Stop becoming emotional, means not focus. Don't focus on feeling. Focus on learning. Why did I do that? What do I need to learn? What do I need to change from next time? What will I do differently? So focus on learning. Don't focus on the person or situation also. Focus on the learning. Focus on the teaching. So that is how you will deal with guilt. Okay, so guilt is actually a shadow of ego. The ego makes a mistake, and then same ego create guilt. So guilt is ego. I'm not good enough is ego. So ego will always, whenever you are feeling emotionally very high, whether it is negative emotion, especially negative emotion, when you are feeling very high, it's ego. The ego makes a mistake, same ego create guilt. It's a loop. Ego will first create the problem, then ego will keep you stuck in guilt so that you don't actually learn and evolve. And if you remove the ego and bring in the awareness, you shift from self judgment to self growth. So, Ranji, recording is there. I want you to don't take notes and be present, because if you're taking notes, you are not present. Okay, so just be present, trust your subconscious mind, just be present, just be there. And later you can revisit the recording and take notes later. Okay, thank you. Great. So, ego is ego. So that is why there are two ways to handle a mistake. Now, how do we? So first is awareness. So I want you to this week make a separate notebook or just notepad on your pen and paper. And how many times it's a habit? How many times you are feeling guilty? Just note it. So what is happening when you are noting guilt? You will feel bad that, oh, I'm feeling guilty. Yuck. You will feel bad. But what will happen? It will come from unconscious to conscious. As soon as awareness will come, your feeling will settle, it will express and it will settle, and your tendency of feeling unconsciously guilt will reduce. So note it. Okay, note it how many times you have felt, why you have felt like, uh just now I ate something and felt bad. Okay, one, I felt guilty because I ate chips. Two, I felt guilty because I did not give time to my family. Three, I felt guilty because I prioritized myself. Four, I felt guilty. So whenever you feel guilty, just for 1 week, you note your guilt. Note down. and then you will automatically see the shift. And why you will see the shift? Because your focus will shift from feeling. Okay, first step is awareness. Note it down. So today your shares were so aligned with what we are going to learn today. Great. So first, a second step, then deal with it, handle it. You know, I learned somewhere today. I just read it that I don't want my child to be happy. I want my child to learn to deal with things. And I felt so it is so profound. So that's what you in life we need to learn to deal with these things. So we need to learn to deal with the emotion called guilt. And how do we do that? First is awareness, noting it down. Second is, so whenever you make mistake, you have two choices. Feel guilty. Second choice is focus on mistake itself. Okay. So whenever you are making, what will happen if you are feeling guilty? You are focusing on guilt. So your attention will shift from actual mistake to your emotions. And this will stop you from analyzing what really went wrong. And the same mistake can happen again because you never truly understood or learned from it. Part two, second option, second option. Focus on mistake itself instead of guilt. So if you analyze the mistake with awareness, you understand the cause. And this insight will ensure you don't repeat that mistake. So instead of being trapped in guilt, you will become wiser. You instead of being trapped in guilt, you will grow. How many of you are feeling this powerful? Yeah, one second. Yeah, you can unmute yourself, Bhavna, and say, are you able to unmute?
Yeah. Can you do the last sentence again?
Yeah, so I'll
How
repeat it.
many of you are? I didn't get that.
How many of you are feeling is powerful?
Yeah, this definitely is. This definitely is very powerful. I mean, I never looked at it this way. I mean, uh, feeling guilty. The entire focus was on feeling guilty. But
Yes,
yeah, this is
great.
really something.
So now,
Uh,
great. Thank you so much, Bhavna, for sharing. So now write in the chat box which option you will choose next time when you will feel guilty. One, focus on feeling guilty. Second, focus on mistake. Which option you will choose? Give me one or two in the chat box. Rajeshwari, Ranji, and Bhavna. Yes, give me one or two in the chat box. Which option you will choose when you will make mistake. So Rajeshwari is saying focus on learning, and yes. So Bhavna is saying two, and Ranji, which option you will choose? So Ranji, you understood? Two. Great. Awesome. Very good. So next. Yes.
I've it twice.
No problem.
Okay.
You will do second option. Yes. So guilt will keep you stuck and awareness will set you free. Guilt is the most painful companion of death. You know? So shift from guilt to awareness. Guilt is jail and awareness is freedom.
Intimate companion of what is that?
Death. Most guilt is most painful
Death.
companion
Oh,
of death. Great. So the moment you notice guilt, what you will do, you will pause and you will name it. Oh, I'm feeling guilty about, and you will write it down. Open your mobile or take a pen. Oh, I'm feeling guilty once. I'm feeling guilty about. Just write it down. And then what you will do? So why we want to do this? Because this will stop automatic self blame and bring conscious awareness. It will take you out of your jail to freedom. Next, what will you do? Instead of sitting in guilt, you will ask yourself, what exactly was my mistake? What was I thinking or feeling at that time? What did I not know then that I know now? What did I not know then that I know now? Bhavna, you are there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay,
From it's related to the updated intelligence and
exactly. And last, what is the lesson here? So instead of saying I shouldn't have eaten that extra cake, I should have self control, willpower, I'm weak emotionally, blah blah blah, what will you say? Oh, I was stressed. I used food for comfort. Next time I will do EFT tapping on my emotions before eating. But I will deal with that stress differently. Getting it? So instead of sitting with guilt, you will ask yourself four questions. What exactly was my mistake? Question number one. Question number two. What was I thinking or feeling at that point of time? Question number three. What did I not know then that I know now? This is the most powerful question. And then, what is the lesson? What I need to learn? Because if I don't learn, I may repeat the same mistake again. Guys, getting clarity? Give me one word in the chat box. How are you feeling? So forgive your past self with compassion. After that, you will forgive your past self with compassion. Imagine you are talking to younger version of yourself, a child learning a new skill. Would you shame them or guide them? You are
Guide
learning.
them.
Yes, you will not shame them, you will guide them. They are learning a new skill. So you are also learning a new skill. And what are you doing? Are you shaming yourself or are you guiding yourself? You are shaming yourself. So you need to guide them. So what is the mantra? I did the best I could with the awareness I had. I did the best I could with the intelligence I had and the situation I was in. So I did the best I could. Now I choose to grow instead of feeling guilty. So now I did the best I could with the awareness I had. Now I choose to grow instead of feeling guilty. So no scolding your previous version. It's not a weaker version. It's a previous version. Guys, Android 1 was weaker from Android 2 kya?
Yeah, definitely. Now, every time we have an update, the newer version is always better. So yeah, for
Yes.
sure.
That doesn't mean we are weaker. No shaming your previous version. Will you shame your previous version?
No.
No. Good. That's the no. Yes. So take a conscious step forward. Once you have learned the lesson, act differently next time. How you will act differently next time when you have learned the lesson. So instead of dwelling or guilt, create a different action plan. Different is important. Learn and create a different action plan. So I snap.
The thing is, I have a doubt here, right?
Hmm.
I completely agree with whatever you said, right? Ki,
Hmm.
whenever you feel guilty, in fact, you become aware of it, try and understand why you're doing what you're doing, and then make a different action plan. But what you just said, ki, you create an action plan. Ki next time, if you feel guilty or if you do the same action, this is what you'll do. What if the next time we are not able to do that? We know, right? We know, yeah,
Yes.
okay, I'm feeling guilty, and I know the reason why I'm feeling guilty. I have to analyze the thought, etc. But you end up, because it's not, it's something that we should be doing. But is it easy?
It's
I
not
don't know
easy.
what.
It won't happen in one day. But this
Yeah,
is a skill we need to build over a time. And
yeah, yeah.
first is This is the direction we need to choose. And if we are doing the same mistake again we need to stop and pause and ask the same question. What did not learn? What I am refusing to learn?
Hmm.
So that's it.
It's quite
Work.
possible ना कि it is going to take time for us to
Yes,
unlearn that. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि
exactly.
एक ही दिन में कल आप आज
नहीं,
आपने बोला कल हमने वो सीख लिया परसों जो
नहीं,
है तो परफेक्ट वर्जन नहीं
नहीं
यार
होगा बिल्कुल. ये perfect mindset है, instant gratification.
हाँ हाँ
That's
So, but the truth is, but the point is, कि if we don't even try to go in this direction,
हम्म
is there any possibility that we will reach there?
no that's not
Yes.
happening
So that
that's
is
not
why we
possible.
are aiming to move in this direction. If we move 1% also in this direction, we have shifted the whole route of our future life.
Yeah 1% is always better but from 0 to
Yes.
1 तो at least आए ना हम at least from 0 to
Yes.
1 where you
Yeah. So we need to again make imperfect progress in this direction. So
yeah
we may learn something, maybe we may take 6 months or 1 year, but still, moving in this direction is what is making the total difference. If we are not even trying to move in this direction, we will be stuck in same loop.
yeah for sure.
Great. Awesome. Thank you for asking this question. So what we need to do now, I want you to learn what are list down your nourishing activities. We need to prioritize your nourishing activities. So what are nourishing activities? Are the things that replenish your energy, uplift your mood, and support your overall well-being. And these activities will nurture your mind, body, and soul, helping you to feel balanced, fulfilled rather than drained or depleted. So for example, at physical level, what are nourishing activities? Yoga, walking, deep breathing, stretching, dancing, eating healthy food, right? So you list down nourishing activities. Then write physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual.
what can nourishing activity emotional?
Yes. So for physical, you understood. For mental, it is like reading or making progress towards your goal, imperfect progress towards your goal, doing some delayed gratification task, listening to uplifting podcast, so or learning something new skill. That is like mental. So this is like mental nourishing activities which you are learning and you are listening to a podcast. Emotional is not podcast live session. So emotional is like when you do EFT tapping, when you wake up and gratitude, when you feel gratitude, when you do EFT tapping, you feel the shift in your emotion. And when you connect with your loved ones, whether it is video call and you're spending time with your loved ones, that is emotionally nourishing. And when you are taking therapy or counseling and you are getting into a session with your coach, so that is emotionally nourishing. When you are listening to music or getting ready, you are doing some affirmations, so those are nourishing activities emotionally. And spiritually is like meditation, doing prayer, you are spending time in nature, and you are
Okay,
practicing mindfulness, and you
thank
are
you.
connecting with your purpose of your life. What do you really want? When you ask yourself, what do you want? What do you want? What is meaning and purpose of your life? And you're connecting it. So this is what I want you to. I'm giving you 5 minutes. I want all of you to share your nourishing activities for physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and share in the chat box. No, share in WhatsApp, in our personal WhatsApp group. So just I'll pause the record and start it. Yes, Raji. So you can share more than one thing also. Yes,
Mm.
if you want. So yes, let's share your nourishing activities.
So physical nourishing activity which I would like to start this week is being getting into my bed on time.
Hmm.
The mental activity I would like to work this week is start reading again.
Hmm.
That's
Very
that,
good.
and I want to
Awesome.
rebuild that habit.
Hmm.
Spiritual habit that I will work on this week is Reiki, starting Reiki
Hmm.
again.
Yes.
Uh, yeah,
Hmm.
and Emotional this thing is uh, the one that we talked about earlier,
Hmm.
appreciating and acknowledging
Hmm.
myself.
Yes. And are you doing that confident women ritual in morning and stress reset ritual in night?
Yes.
Yes. Great. Okay. Gratitude. Gratitude is also very important.
Thank you.
Meditation, any kind of, yeah, that is also meditation, which I have shared, that confident women morning ritual.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Very good, Ranji. So
Thank you.
stay there and thank you so much for sharing. So Rajeshwari is saying, for physical, it is, I've sent you morning routine, na Rajeshwari? I've sent you morning routine and night routine. Yes. So nourishment plan is physical. So Rajeshwari, can you share yours? Is it possible to read?
Okay, you want me to tell about it?
If possible. So at physical level, what are your
Okay.
nourishing?
Physical level is small movements
Hmm.
because more than heavy dance I like, but
Hmm.
only in small moments I find enjoy.
Hmm.
And then
Great.
walking,
Hmm.
and then enjoy slow and deep breathing.
Hmm. Superb. Very good.
I'll just enjoy.
Hmm. Very
Yeah.
good.
And then mental level, I like to listen to more audios,
Hmm.
some empowering audio, something like that, and then affirmations.
Hmm.
And then organizing home, it gives me a lot of mental peace.
Hmm. Good.
Then emotional,
Hmm.
I love to chat with my loved ones. That is the
Hmm.
first thing,
Hmm.
um, which will give me a lot of happiness,
Hmm.
gratitude.
Hmm.
That I do every time.
Hmm.
Then watching shows,
Hmm. Very good.
even serials, I love watching.
Yes. And spiritual?
Yeah.
Spiritual.
Spiritual, I didn't write.
So
Mm.
spiritual can be like Reiki, Shi
Spiritual
Ranji
is
said.
just connecting with for me. Spiritual is always connecting with angels and my spirit guides.
Yes. Yes.
I love that connectivity every
Yes.
time.
So do that activity on daily basis.
Yeah, and my
Great.
puja,
Hmm.
whatever puja
Puja.
I am doing, that will be giving
Yes.
me a
That
lot of
gives a
mental peace,
spiritual power.
spiritual upliftment.
Yes.
Yeah,
Correct. Very good. So do this
I'm
every
totally
day.
into that only.
Great. Very
My
good.
lot of my day activities is on that.
That's great. Amazing. Thank you so much, Rajeshwari, for sharing it. And Bhavna, you have shared yours, right?
Yeah, so my for me physical would be dancing because I work out every day. So I just want to start dancing.
Hmm.
I want to actually learn dancing,
Wow.
watching videos. That's something that I really want to do. Uh, उसके बाद uh, so
Mental.
mental is drawing. I read a lot. I read a lot. So reading is something I do. Drawing is something that I enjoy doing. Like I'm not
Hmm.
good at drawing, but
Drawing is
it
a
it
therapy.
huh. So yeah, that's something I would like to do. Emotional EFT because
Yes.
I need to
We
do a
will.
lot of, yeah, we will have to. And spiritual, it's going to be chanting for me.
Hmm.
Meditation, chanting, either one. I'm not.
Yes.
I used to meditate very regular. I was very regular at it, but then yeah, this was
You
a
can
lot of.
restart. Can you restart?
I would want
Yes.
to. I really would like to.
Definitely you should. Meditation helps in weight loss a lot. Meditation, EFT, all these things helps in
Yeah.
holistic weight loss. Great. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for
Thank you so
sharing.
much.
Yes. And now why we prioritize nourishing activities? Because it helps us in emotional well-being.
Khushbu, I'm sorry, but I really have to leave here.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
No problem.
yeah,
So yeah, and whenever you get time, just write a small review like how was the session today? This
yeah,
is a
yeah, for
small thing.
sure. Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm so happy to be a part of this community. It was great knowing you too, and I'm
Wow.
really going to try my level best to be a part of this session of
Wow.
this community because you feel as if you're not alone in this battle. You have
Hmm.
others who are going through the same thing, and even if there are small wins, make you realize, yeah, maybe someday when I'll be able to overcome. I know
Hmm.
my journey is very different. My battles are very different.
Hmm.
But no,
But
just to
it's similar.
prioritize.
Yes.
Yes, similar. They are
At
similar.
emotional level, we are similar, everyone.
And all these discussions, I think, what I personally feel is we know all of this. हमको
Yeah.
पता है. It's not as if we don't know. But when you hear this from
Hmm.
your mentor or guide, it just makes it more. It reminds you of what you should be doing and what you should not be doing. So it just I don't know. I'm not getting the right word for that. But it
Empowering.
just empowering, and it just makes you more aware. Like, so
Hmm.
yeah, a very big thank you to you, Khushbu, for taking the time out for doing these sessions. I mean, these guys have been lucky ki they were part of earlier sessions, but I'm glad I started today. So I'm sure really grateful to you for doing this.
Thank you so much, Bhavna. And I'll share the recording. Just little bit part is removed. You can go through it.
Yeah, sure. So
Okay,
thank you so
great.
much, guys. Take
Most
care.
welcome.
Bye.
Bye bye. Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Yes, great. So now we will do emotional draining activities. So what is emotional draining activities? Which will drain which depletes our energy. Activities which create a stress, and emotionally it leaves you. Activities which emotionally leaves you, feeling emotionally drained, physically exhausted. And this can be your habits, this can be your environment, this can be your people that negatively impact your well-being. So, example of draining activities is negative self-talk, constant criticizing yourself or feeling guilty, overcommitting, saying yes to so many things and spreading yourself too thin everywhere. Or toxic relationship, spending time with people who drain your energy or don't support you. Or mindless social media scrolling, getting lost in comparison, negativity online. And poor sleep habits, staying up late or not prioritizing rest. Or emotional eating or binging, using food to suppress emotion instead of addressing them. Procrastinating, not prioritizing, not planning. So, what are your example of draining activities on day-to-day life, which create stress and deplete your energy?
Depletes it wholly.
Mobile, social. So write it down. Rajeshri, you're there.
Yes, yes, I am very much there.
So write down your draining activities. So we have done nourishing activities, and we should know our draining activities as well.
Okay.
And once you are done, you can share.
Uh, Not quality sleep.
Hmm.
Just simply, I used to lie down on the bed
Hmm.
and I just scroll on my phone, something like that. I hear some videos or something.
Hmm.
It is not draining me, I can tell, but I'm not using it in a quality way. I'm neither sleeping
Hmm.
properly
Hmm.
nor I'm getting a using my time properly. I'm getting some
Yes,
or other content. Yeah.
correct. So social media scrolling is actually that draining activity. Very good. Thank you. And yes, Ranji, for you,
Same. Media.
social media scrolling. Great, awesome, very good. And negative self-talk also is there. So overcommitting, toxic, yes, and binging also. So what we need to do, we need to prioritize and nourishing activities, and we need to reduce draining activities. So how do we prioritize nourishing activities? We need to treat them as non-negotiable. Setting boundaries. This is part of setting boundaries. Okay, so we need to actually schedule them, that at this time I will do my chanting, at this time I will do my physical nourishing, at this time I will do my emotional nourishing. So you need to actually schedule it in your routine.
Mm.
There a lot time to it. Okay. And what we need to do to prioritize nourishing, pay attention to what truly restores your body. Pay attention to what is actually it is nourishing, it is truly restoring your body. Okay. And and just start a small, take imperfect action. Just 5 minutes of nourishing activity is also enough. But starting is important. You need to master starting. If you just do it for 1 minute, 2 minute, gratitude is enough. But at least start doing it. Just write one, just feel gratitude or just write gratitude. Okay, and like for EFT tapping also, I say if you are just lying down, if you are very tired, you can't do EFT tapping, You just visualize that I am doing it. Then also you get benefits from it. And there's a name to it, I don't remember. But do something, take imperfect action. And then how will you limit draining activities? You need to set boundaries. You need to learn to say no without guilt. Because your energy is precious. You don't have to worry about money, you have to worry about your energy. You don't have to worry about your weight loss, you have to worry about your energy. Your energy speaks. You cannot not communicate your energy in your work or in your life, in your relationship, health, wealth, or relationship. You cannot not communicate your energy. So your energy is precious. For that, you need to learn to say no to yourself also without feeling guilty. If you're doing something, scrolling media, social media, say no to yourself without feeling. You need to learn to set boundary with yourself because you have relationship with yourself, which is very, very important. And you need to appreciate yourself, always putting yourself down, criticizing. You need to say no to yourself when you are criticizing. Enough. I have done good. So what if I have not done this? I have done that. Learning it. And then you need to identify your triggers. What is draining you? Become conscious about it. Whatever people, person, situation, thoughts, memories, whatever is triggering you, what you need to do? Identify, oh, this is my trigger. Oh, it is making you emotionally weak. And then minimize it. From 1 hour to make it 30 minutes, from 30 minutes to 5 minutes. From 10 times to just minimize it. Take a small imperfect action. So if your swap is scrolling, so replace your draining activities with nourishing activities. That's the game. Not removing is the game, replacing is the game. So replace over removing. Choose replacement over removing. Energy can neither be created nor transferred. What was that? Energy can be transformed from one form to another.
Created, not destroyed.
Exactly. So habits can be transformed. So transform your habit from draining to nourishing. How will you do that? Swap scrolling social media by reading some book, or swap scrolling by having some deep conversation with someone. So like swap gossip with good conversation, swap overworking with intentional rest, swap scrolling with reading. So you need to swap draining activities with nourishing activities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so today there is no time, actually, it's already 1 point. And learn to sit with discomfort. This is the biggest skill. Learn to sit with that discomfort emotion. Allow yourself to fully experience that difficult emotion instead of distracting yourself with food, social media, or instead of avoiding, instead of suppressing yourself from them. It is about acknowledging what you feel, understanding it, and processing it in a healthy way. So instead of avoiding discomfort, embrace it as a part of healing. So feeling emotion is a part of healing. And the more you practice it, the easier it becomes. So you can say, I'm feeling uncomfortable, and that's okay.
Mm.
Okay? Emotions are temporary, it will pass. When you allow yourself to feel them, they lose their power over you. So you can journal your emotion, and this will help you process your emotion rather than pushing it away. Because more you push it, what will happen? It will go inside your subconscious mind and it will create emotional block. So don't ignore, distract yourself, suppress emotions by doing something. Just try to practice feeling discomfort emotion.
Mm.
Okay.
Great. Awesome. So that's all. How was the session?
Yeah, it was very nice, Khushbu, as usual.
Thank you, Rajeshwari.
Actually, this guilt, right?
Hmm.
Even before we were having the chakra program,
Hmm.
so you need to emphasis on guilt.
Yes.
So I gave importance to guilt only from you.
Wow.
So I started noting this guilt only from you actually. You used to say that it is the emotions are just above the dead body, right? Right, something like that.
Guilt have a lowest frequency. And many people have started giving importance. Many people have actually realized this the guilt is not a good emotion to feel, because as a good girl, as a good boy, we used to make us feel guilty. If you are feeling guilty, it means you are a good person. You should
Yeah.
feel sorry for it. You are feeling guilty
So
now.
the
Okay.
gratitude goes to you. Actually,
Thank
because
you
of
so
you
much.
only, I gave importance to that emotion.
Yes, in emotional frequency chart, the lowest vibration is of dead body and highest vibration is of gratitude. And after dead body, the emotion is guilt. You can write
Mm.
in Google emotional frequency chart and you will see the emotional frequency. So yeah, thank you so much for reminding this, Rajeshwari. Yes.
Thank you. Because I remember from whom I'm learning things.
Wow.
So when
What a
it comes
memory.
to guilt, I used to remember you.
Wow.
Mhm.
Hmm, great.
Thank you so much.
So please, whenever you get write a small something, like previously you wrote such a beautiful thing,
Sure.
Rajeshwari and Ranji, you both written previously very beautiful thing. Okay,
Sure, Kush.
most welcome. And how was it for you, Ranji?
Yeah, mind shift, like realizing about the example that you gave was so simple about explaining it. So
Hmm.
there is a complete mind shift about that.
Yes, great. Awesome. Everything is just a mindset shift.
Actually, in this session, we have almost interlinked everything,
Hmm.
like this perfect mindset,
Hmm.
guilt,
Hmm.
perfectionism, delayed gratification. So it was very nice. Like everything has been integrated, I feel.
Yes, the dots. Even when I was preparing for this session, I felt like dots are connecting for me
Yeah,
also.
yeah. And because of which we are also not taking action for weight loss.
Hmm. Yes,
Yes.
correct. Super.
But one thing I have in my mind, Khushbu,
Hmm.